Hey, what's up guys? mltmagictricks here. So in today's video, I am going to be teaching you this visual, no setup card trick that will definitely amaze everyone you perform it to. So I highly recommend you stick around and learn this one. But really quickly, before we get into this performance, I just want to let you guys know that I am doing a $100 Amazon gift card giveaway for the month of December. So there's going to be 10 winners, each winning a $10 Amazon gift card. And all you need to do in order to enter is be subscribed to the channel with those post notifications on, leave a like on this video, and comment something you like about this video or my channel in the comment section below, and I will be announcing the 10 winners at the end of the month. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that, and now let's get straight into this performance. Okay, so I'm going to start off this trick by giving the deck a quick riffle shuffle, like so, mixing up the cards. Now, for this trick, we are going to be using the 2 red kings, just like this. The 2 red kings are going to be very important in this card trick, but we actually still don't need them, but I just wanted to, introduce you guys to the 2 kings right there. Now, we're going to keep them face down off to the side, like so, and we will get to them later in the performance. And at this point, I would have my spectator choose a card. So let's say they choose this card right here. Now guys, for this trick, I actually can see the card. It doesn't exactly matter. So right here we have the 2 of diamonds, and it's very important that we both memorize this card. So one more time here, your selection is going to go ahead and be the 2 of diamonds. Now we're going to take the 2 and we're going to go ahead and place it inside of the empty card box. So as you can see there is in fact nothing in the card box, and we're going to place your selection, the 2 of diamonds, right here inside of the card box, seal it up, and place it off to the side. So there's no way, I can get to the card at any point. So we're going to keep it isolated there off to the side where you guys can see it. And this is the part of the trick where the 2 red kings come back into play. So they're actually going to help me try and find your card, because like I said, it is there in the box, and we're going to take our 2 kings right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both of them and I'm going to place them face down right here in the middle of the deck, and I'm going to kind of out jog them just like so. And watch this. All I'm going to do is on the count of 3 give a little flick to the 2 kings. So 1, 2, 3. As you can see there, the 2 kings actually transform into your selection, somehow the 2 of diamonds. And now, right here in the card box should be the 2 red kings. So guys, that is the card trick. I really hope you enjoyed this one, and if you want to learn how to do it, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that performance, and credit to Tricks for this effect. Now let's get straight into the tutorial. So I would classify this trick as an intermediate level trick, just because there may be some moves that you need to practice a little bit more in order to master them before you go out and perform this trick to a group of spectators. So just keep that in mind, but overall it's not too difficult, and I definitely think it's worth it because this trick has a very powerful visual effect, as you guys saw by the performance. And you're also going to need the card box for this trick, and you're going to start off by placing 2 face cards, 2 aces, or the 2 jokers face down off to the side. So in this case, I just chose the 2 red kings. You start off with them face down off to the side, and once you've done that, you're ready to go. So you can give the deck to your spectator. They can go ahead and shuffle up the cards as much as they want to. There is in fact no setup, and once your spectator's done shuffling, you're going to ask for the deck back, and all you need to do is get a pinky break below the top 2 cards. So you can simply come over with your thumb, count off 1, 2, get your pinky break really casually. And you can just do that while you bring your spectator's attention to the 2 red kings here. And as you're picking them up, you're going to want to place them face down on top of the 2 cards that you have the break below. So you have a break now below 4 cards, and essentially you're switching the 2 red kings for 2 random cards here. Now, first you're going to pick up all 4 cards. You're going to say, okay, the 2 red kings are going to be really important. You're kind of just talking to your spectator here, just kind of doing a patter with them, because what you need to do is basically misdirect them and just pretend like you're just sliding off the 2 kings here, showing what you have, but in reality, you're doing a card switch. So you're going to start off here. You have the 2 kings, 2 random cards. So you have your break. You pick up all 4 cards as 2 cards. Make sure you don't, accidentally spread them out like this, revealing more cards. So you're going to slide out the first card. You're going to say, okay, we have 1 king here. You're going to bring the 3 cards back on the deck. Maintain a break above the top 3 cards here, but make sure you put this down, and you want your spectator to think it's only 1 card. You're going to say, okay, we have 1 king. You're going to lift up all 3 again, slide off the top card, which is the other king. You're going to say, okay, we have 2. Act like you're putting the 1 card back on. just like this. And then you're going to say, okay, I'm going to take back the 2 kings here. I just wanted to introduce them to you because they are going to be really important. You're going to slide down the 2 cards, and these 2 cards are going to be 2 random cards, just like this. And now you have the 2 red kings on top of the deck. So go ahead and, rewatch that part of the tutorial if you need to in order to fully understand that. It may take a little bit of practice at first. Just make sure you guys are doing those moves, smoothly, because you don't want your spectator to think anything suspicious. Now at this point, you have 2 random cards face down. Make sure you do not turn them over. From here, you're going to have your spectator choose a card. They can choose any card they want to from the deck except one of the top 2 kings. They go ahead and take a card. And now you do need to do a little bit of misdirection here because you need to turn the 2 kings right here face up on top of the deck and maintain a break below them. Now, there's a variety of ways you can do this. You can just, tell your spectators to really memorize their card. You can say, okay, I'm just going to have you look at it. Make sure you memorize it. You can briefly turn around and, flip over the 2 kings and maintain a break below them. You just need to do that any way possible without your spectators seeing what you're doing. That is a little bit challenging, I will admit, but with a little bit of practice and, practicing your misdirection skills, it is certainly possible. So once you have the 2 kings turned face up, obviously don't let them see you did that. So when you bring the deck back into the review, turn your wrist over like this, not showing the 2 face-up kings. So you're going to say, okay, in this case, you can, make up the excuse, okay, you saw your card. Now for this trick, I actually can see it because it's really important that I, see the card as well. So in this case, we have the 9 of spades. You're going to casually place the card like this. Make sure you don't turn the deck over and place it on. Slide the card on above the 2 red kings. Now you have a break below 3 cards, and you're going to say, okay, we're going to take the 9 of spades, turn it over as 1 card, but in reality, you're turning over a triple packet. So you go ahead and turn the cards over, and you're going to say, okay, we're going to take the 9 of spades, and this is the part of the trick where you bring the card box into play. Make sure you can have your spectator examine the card box, and while they're doing this gives you the chance to get a break below the bottom 2 cards here, which are the 2 red kings. And at this point, your spectator thinks their selection is on top of the deck, but in reality, what you're going to be doing here is taking the 2 kings as 1 card. Make sure you keep them square. It's very important. You're going to say, okay, we're going to take your card. Make sure your spectator sees that you grab it from the top of the deck. Now you're going to say, okay, we're going to place your card right here in the card box, but in reality, you're placing the 2 kings in. Make sure you keep them square the entire time. Go ahead and close the box like so. You can have your spectator hold on to the card box. Just make sure they don't open it or anything like this. If I can close a stupid card box. Okay, so we're going to keep the box right here off to the side. Like I said, you could have your spectator hold on to it. Just make sure they don't open it quite yet. Now, at this point, you're going to say, okay, we're going to take the 2 red kings, but obviously these are 2 random cards. Your spectator still thinks those are the kings. You're going to get a break below the top card, which is their selection. You're going to say, okay, we're going to take the 2 kings, place them on top of the break. Now you guys should have a break below 3 cards, 2 random cards in their selection, just like so. You're going to have the break below these 3 cards, and now you're going to lift up these 3 cards. Your spectator's going to think you have, the 2 red kings here, and what you need to do is block push the top 2 cards, like so. So you're going to lift up the 3. You're going to use your thumb here, apply a little bit of pressure, block push the top 2 cards as 1. Make sure you accidentally don't spread them out. You may need to practice this move, but it's actually not too difficult to do. So you're going to take off the top card, but in reality, that top card here is 2 cards. Then what you're doing here is taking the bottom card that you had here, just like so. You're going to bring it right on top like that, and this card is their selection. So essentially, you're just bringing their selection right back on top of the deck. One more time here, you have the break below 3 cards. You block push the top 2. Your spectator thinks this is the first king. You're saying, okay, we're going to take the first king and the second king. You just brought their selection out of the top, and here is the final move you're going to do. So you're going to say, okay, we're going to take the 2 kings, act like you're picking up 2 kings, but in reality, all you're doing, guys, is picking up their selection. Now you're going to place the card horizontally, just like so, in the middle of the deck. So you're going to want to outjog it just a little bit so the white border is covered. Right about here is perfect. Not too far like that, not too little where it'll just fall out. Right there, just above the white border, I'd say, is perfect. So you have the card outjogged like this. Your spectator thinks this is 2 kings. Make sure you don't turn it up like this or anything. You want your spectators to really think that this is 2 kings, that these are the 2 red kings, but in reality, it is their selection. Now, here's the move you're going to do. You're essentially going to say, okay, on the count of 3, I'm going to give the 2 kings a little flick, and we're going to see what happens. Now, you're going to raise up the deck a little bit with the card outjogged. And I'm just going to kind of go in slow motion here and show you what's going to happen. So when you flick the card, it's going to turn off the deck like this, and land face up there on the table. You also may need to practice this move to, perfect it. It does take a little bit of practice at first, but once you get it down, it's quite easy. So you give the card a little flick like that. It'll land face up on the table, and I do recommend you perform this trick on kind of a soft surface, like a card mat or something, because if you do this move on a hard surface, the card will bounce around a little bit. But regardless, you want to show your spectator, okay, the 2 kings have somehow changed into their selection. You open up the card box. You can even have them open it and show that the 2 red kings somehow got inside of the card box. So guys, that is a card trick. I hope everything I explained in this tutorial made sense. Go ahead and rewatch any parts of the tutorial you need to, because I understand there are, quite a few steps to this trick. But, with a little bit of practice, you will definitely get it down, and I certainly recommend you perform this one because it will get really great reactions from all of your spectators. So guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure to enter the giveaway. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.